Well, hello everyone, it's Liam Catterson here with another episode of the Vampire Diaries. It is episode 17 of season 4, and we're going to the place that never sleeps, the city that never sleeps, to be more accurate. Elena and Damon are going on a little trip to New York, so yeah, it was a bit more of a slower episode last time, which I guess, you know, it is to be expected after the kerfuffle that we've had with, you know, most of the main characters being on the island, with Silas being awakened, with Jeremy, of course. So, of course, with the last episode, I feel like a bit of a reprieve in terms of the pace was in order, even though there was still a lot that went down in terms of Elena getting to grips with the lack of humanity. But yeah, very good stuff. Excited to get into this episode. So, with that said, let's get into episode number 17 of season 4 for the Vampire Diaries. Let's go.
It's not a Giuseppe, but close enough.
Oh my god, David.
Out, I got you out. You wanted to feed? I brought you to a city-sized, all-you-can-eat buffet. That's the beauty of New York. There's so much life that little death goes unnoticed.
Exactly, like the
Come on, let's go get some lunch.
just advocate that, right?
Falls afloat for me, let me do my thing. You got an immortal named Silas to deal with, remember?
Oh boy. Nice reds. Nice red tips. I approve. At least that'll, you know, make it easy. Unless Catherine gets her hair dyed. At least that'll make it easier to differentiate in terms of the lack of humanity.
Tyler made it his life's mission to kill me.
I mean, it's not like
No, I can.
you didn't deserve it.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to spiraling.
Yeah.
So go away.
Don't you think it's a little creepy that you're appearing as my dead professor?
I told you that I'm Silas. I told you Shane died on the island. I'm trying to earn your trust.
By taking on the face of someone who wasn't
All right,
so
look.
trustworthy.
You invited me into your home.
You can take the cure, die, and pass on. But in destroying it, every dead supernatural being will return to our side.
That means every werewolf, every witch, every vampire. I wonder how many of those you personally killed. Carry out?
Just gang up on
My
Klaus.
interest is
I was promised hedonism.
Well, it's early. Hedonism isn't a big fan of the sunlight.
Or soap.
Easy,
Oy.
judging. Not everybody got a hot new haircut today. Give it a couple hours. This place will be crawling with
She's
more
so
punked-out
pleased about the
nihilists than you could
haircut.
eat in a
Love it.
decade. Lexi.
You're gonna feed on him right here. You're getting sloppy, Damon. You go.
Lexi!
Following a lead without me. Go for him, Damon.
I'm happy, Lexi! Boom!
A thing. I get it. He falls off the wagon, you pick him up. He gets redeemed, you get your Florence Nightingale jollies. Well, I'm not him, and I don't want or need you.
Well, too bad. Because you got me.
Well, she sounds dreadful.
Slap some sense. No, she doesn't sound dreadful. Shut your mouth, Rebecca.
Find it first. You're playing him. No, he's playing me. I'm just returning the favor.
Yeah, he's playing me, so I'm gonna play him. If two can play that game, basically.
Klaus's hybrid failure.
Well, I wouldn't
Put it
exactly
in.
call it a failure. What's the third?
You want me to kill
Oh, no.
witches?
We've been over this. It's temporary. They'll come back.
But if I'm not strong enough?
No.
Strong. Expression consumed her. She had no control.
I need you to call Mom.
Oh
need witches.
no. Oh no, 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 no,
A
Bonnie!
lot of them.
Bonnie. Oh, my head. And of course, Damon. Oh my god. Jeez. This is mental with Lexi. Oh my god.
I was. After she became a vampire, we didn't have a whole lot in common.
So she's not coming.
This is witch business.
Which
Look,
business
I
is
know
that?
You're scared,
Oh,
but I've
terrible.
dealt with expression
Terrible.
before. Coven. So I brought 11 of my closest friends. Won't be fun.
Oh
But we're
no.
gonna cleanse you.
I bet.
You ready? Let's do this.
This is going to be a tragic end.
Want to take it? We can work together. Work together.
Rebecca and Elena.
I hated the moral, self-righteous version of you, but this one's not so bad. Maybe
No
it's a new
problem
haircut.
now.
Whatever it takes to get this done. You're the opposite. A pile of neurosis and insecurities.
Oh
Hopes and
wow.
dreams. You're basically one big emotional variable that I just don't really need.
Whew.
You just made me miss the old
Yikes.
Elena.
Ah! That is impressive, Elena. For Rebecca to say that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Pretty sure that this filing system goes by birthday, but I can't for the life of me remember Catherine's.
June 5th, 1473.
Of course he knows.
And that, brother, is why you are the better boyfriend.
Oh, well, I guess he's self-aware.
It's my cue. You have a nice fight. Try not to break anything.
It was like, I'm out. Peace.
Every night.
Every night.
We get
Tell me about Catherine.
talking about Catherine's not gonna help me.
Why not?
Because she's not the person I care about.
No. No way. No way.
You and Lexi?
Yo.
Here? On the
Yo.
bar?
On the bar, on the stage, on the roof. It was a very long night.
Yeah, was not okay. Okay, that is that's just made things a whole lot complicated between Lexi and Damon, of course. Oh my god!
It turns out some people can't be fixed.
Ouch.
People who do terrible things are just terrible people.
She really said there's no redemption, bud.
Yeah.
Power of 12 witches. You don't stand a chance.
Lord, Stefan's getting whammied. Yo! Holy shit! Damn cow! Oh my god! Oh, Carrie, what did we just do?
The triangle is complete.
Carrie, what did we just do?
It's beautiful up here.
Oh, heck.
You think that was gonna work? The sex, the temptation, the booze. Are you kidding me? I invented that trick.
The student isn't learning from the master this time around.
But he's a victim. I choose to be this way. Enjoy the day. Here it's gonna be a scorcher.
Yo, that is just crude. She's just gonna be standing there for like
Pretending to have
12
feelings for her
hours.
Just to get her off your back?
I was willing to do whatever it took. Rush of memories. Rush of guilt.
So you kill her.
Out of sight, out of mind.
I'm not over it. It's been
Every
3
day that you're like this is
seasons.
a day that you might do the...
Damon.
Yes, you are. Even if I have to break your neck or tie you up in chains until we find it.
Oh! Oh no! Rebecca was like, no, you!
What was that you said about handling things yourself?
Oh wow!
Yes, I remember being in that cave and Jeremy was trying to pry the cure out of Silas's hands. Please tell me he got it.
Oh my god, this is painful.
We didn't get it, did we?
Not just that, Jeremy's dead.
There's something you need to know about Jeremy.
Oh shit.
You look like you're in need of comfort. Why don't you find someone less terrible you can relate to?
Wow! He really decided to pour that salt on the wound that she... Wow.
Where are we going? Sorry, Damon, I think I broke your radio.
You're in my car?
We weren't gonna take the bus.
Ah!
I wish this could have gone differently. I really do. But we'll give Catherine your best.
Yo! I don't know why this team-up kind of works.
The words tell me how badly I screwed up. Save your breath.
I didn't stop the massacre.
We both screwed up.
Guess Silas has everything he needs.
Yep.
Everything but the cure.
Care to reconsider my offer?
Okay, yeah, Silas is tough. Whoa!
Something to remember me by.
I'll be in touch.
Just give him the heebie-jeebies. Okay. Just give him the heebie-jeebies in terms of, like... Okay, now you really, really want to reconsider my offer because next time I won't miss. Foy. I mean, to see Klaus on the back foot, on the receiving end, is always very fascinating because he likes to be the one in control. He likes to be the one who will always have the upper hand. But Silas is like, not this time, bud. Not this time. Damn, there was a lot that went down in this episode. Lexi and like, obviously there was the whole factor of Lexi trying to turn the switch on, but it's still, yeah, it's still mental to think about. And even if, of course, the efforts of trying to flip the switch back on fell through and all of that, it's still surreal given the whole dynamic with Lexi and Damon in the present day. So, oh, yeah, this episode wasn't as slow as the last episode for sure, but you know, with that scene, that last Elena and Rebecca scene, I was trying to think of the reference. I didn't want to butcher it. I didn't want to make, like, I already make an ass of myself, or make myself look like an ass of myself, on social media anyways. I didn't want to, like, add insult to injury, so I kept my mouth shut. It was Thelma and Louise. I wanted to make a reference because I'm like, this reminds me of something. You know, even though I haven't checked it out, it was just creeping into my mind. This is reminding me of something, and deep down, I know what it's called, and yet I don't want to butcher it. So it was Thelma and Louise. That's what it was low-key giving shades to. I'm guessing. Just the Rebecca, Elena team up, them jipping Damon's ride. So no, what would have been really, really ruthless if, like, obviously with Damon, he left Lexi to wait it out, like, for, like, what, 12 hours and all of that. Like, if they gypped his rig, that would have just been, that would have been totally rude. If they gave him a taste of the old medicine trick, and, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it was really, really wonderful stuff. Yeah, there was a lot that went down. Klaus was absolutely ruthless, like towards the end when he basically told, you know, Caroline to find someone worthy to essentially cry me a river, right? Because of the words that wounded him earlier, and then Caroline in it. Well, I mean, yeah. See, I'm not sure where to feel about that, because obviously I know where her heart lied in regards to killing that witch. Because she didn't want to lose her best friend, which is, you know, fair enough. She didn't do it for shits and giggles. At the same time, it's that old debate of lives of the many, lives of the few, isn't it? Like, we love Bonnie, and we don't want anyone else to die, like, episodes after Jeremy, and that's, for Bonnie, something else that she's got to account for, so... with the fact that, well, she has no memory of Jeremy dying and all that shit. Like, Stefan having to break the awkward news because of the fact that we have to do this again. Because Bonnie doesn't remember. But it is that debate about the fact of the lives of the many, lives of the few. Because we know that Silas is all about bringing about, essentially, the apocalypse, really. He's bringing about hell on earth. And he needs, well, now he needs this, the cure to finalize everything. But for us to get to that final stage, we need the trinity of massacres, which we had at the beginning of season 4, and then we had the hybrids, and then we have the witches. So it is a very, very tough dilemma, and I feel like some people will it's not like Caroline didn't know the risks that would come about with what was happening. Like, she did know. And I'm not trying to throw hatred or whatever to Caroline and say that she was absolutely selfish for prioritizing her best friend over how many other lives are going to be lost and all of that. Because, yeah, I mean, I do understand where her mind was coming from. At the same time, you can't help but feel... You've made a big upsie, Caroline, because it's not just the fact that it's not just the fact that it's 1 life versus 12, but you got to think of how many more casualties there's going to be now that Silas is a step closer to bringing down the veil between, from the other side, really. So it might be 1 versus 1,000, 100, I don't know. So... yeah. So I do feel like there is going to be some gripes towards Caroline, which I can understand because, like I said, it is this whole lives of the many, lives of the few situation. But you also don't want Bonnie to die, right? But anything to stick it to Silas, right? Although, I mean, who's to say he won't try again, right? So it'll start from square one and have someone else he'll take advantage of. I don't know. So, but it will be very interesting seeing the comments because I can see why, and I can understand if people are not going to be too pleased with what Caroline did. Like I said, I can understand why. I can understand why she did it. But I also have a very, this is me, and I love Caroline to death, okay? But there is a huge surge of lives of the many, lives of the few. You know, we're trying to prevent Silas from raining hell on earth, and essentially that's now a step closer because of the fact that you essentially killed 12 witches versus... just the 1. So, yeah. And it's just also very interesting to see, you know, how Klaus is taking all of this, like, with the fact that, with the fact that she might have rallied more, you know, deaths and all of that, with the fact that she let Bonnie live and all of that, so... but of course he has no room to talk. And yet he's also very, very spiteful in the end. He's like, well, find someone else to cry over this predicament to, right? So, yeah. It was just wrong. It was just rude. Oy. But yeah. It was, like, honestly, you just knew things were going to go down in shambles when the witches started to arrive. Like, oh, I brought 11 of my friends here. Great! Just in time! Great! This is going to end well! Yeah. So... But it will be very interesting to see what will happen now. That Klaus is being... Well, he's on the back foot, really, because Silas gave him a little love tap saying, this is just a reminder of what I'm capable of. Don't push your luck, sunshine, because I won't miss next time. So, yeah. It is just a whole predicament. What I do love, though, is, like, towards the end of the episode, obviously, when when Elena took off with, the information about Catherine and all of that, Damon called Stefan, look, I know you're going to say I screwed up. No, we screwed up. We, both Salvatore brothers, we both screwed up, so, and funnily enough, I don't know. Because it's not like Stefan was the one that, killed the 12 witches, but, yeah. Oh, boy. It's, like I said, just a whole, kerfuffle. But, yeah, like I said, I mean, with Caroline, it's not like she was gun-ho about, let's kill these 12 witches. But still, you can't help but think, lives of the many, lives of the few. I know it's Bonnie. It's not an easy decision to be in, but yeah, it is, yeah, it is going to be very interesting. That's all I'm going to say in terms of the consequences of what, Caroline has to contend with now that, she has helped Silas out a bit. So, yeah. But yeah, the whole New York situation, not just in 1977, but also in the present day, was just really, really investing. It was just very great to see Elena flourish a bit more with that lack of humanity. One thing, I found very, very interesting was her talk about emotions and how, even though that he still had his humanity switch turned off, Elena still brought up the fact that were those emotions really, really off. So especially in regards to the fact that 6 months though was a really, really long time, but I guess when you're a vampire it's not really a long time. So what he did was out of spite and all of that, he really, really decided to screw her over, and he was just soaking all of this in, playing Lexi like a damn fiddle. But I would even say that Elena's showcasing just a bit of emotion here. Like, obviously not to how she was obviously with her emotions on, but yeah, with how she was in this episode. I would say there's like a little dosage of that. It was just very fascinating though to see the events of the of the 70s play out. Oddly enough, Damon really, really fits well in terms of the 70s. For some reason, I think he just blends really, really well in the 70s. But it was just really great to see Lexi appear. And I just really found the whole situation very interesting, because obviously Lexi's whole drive was to flip that switch back on. She's been helping Stefan, and she has to help Damon. It's you know, Damon's turn to be saved. And in the meantime, Damon decides, you know what, let's fuck around with her head here. So, yeah. But it was still very, like, obviously this was all a ploy for Damon in regards to, you know, screwing her over and then ultimately just leaving her to cook. Well, obviously she didn't get cooked, but it was a long 12 hours. I say 6 months is pretty short considering you're a vampire, but those 12 hours being stranded, not being able to do anything without getting barbecued, that is oddly longer. But yeah, it was all of this ploy, but at the same time, it still felt a bit unorthodox, and it still felt really surreal to see them to just, yeah, make out and all of that, given obviously what would happen to Lexi. So it was not something I was prepared for, but yeah. But yeah, like I said, it was all part of the plan, and obviously the flashbacks had parallels to present day where Elena was going to screw over, and she ultimately did screw over Damon, with her and Rebecca teaming up. Them two make a really, like, especially with Elena turning off her emotions, they do make a really great you know, duo. So yeah, and I am very excited to see where things are going to go now that Elena has what she needs from Damon. So, and now she is out to get Catherine. So yeah, as well as the whole cure situation, which is going to be very interesting. With, you know, obviously Klaus needs to get that cure for Silas. So. Otherwise Silas is not going to miss next time. But yeah, it was just, yeah, it was just really great to see the 70s play out, as well as the, I mean, even the trio, even if Elena and Rebecca were going to screw Damon over, because obviously Elena knew that Damon was looking for the cure. And they had their own plans in mind. It was still great to see the trio of them vibe it up and all of that. So, yeah, but yeah, it was just a real blast in terms of going to New York, and yeah. So, but again, the dynamic between Elena and Rebecca, should I say, is it just worked really well in this episode. So, and I'm excited to see how that's going to play out in the next episode potentially. So with this little road trip, like I said, Thelma and Louise, I think it is, yeah. So yeah, but I really thought that this was a great episode. So. Yeah, but until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!